Good morning. I'm sitting here. Hollywood and Cece and Fireball all got in town this morning. Everybody's got their, well, Hollywood and Cece showered. They're all doing all their boxes. Get stuff scattered everywhere. And it's almost time to go get some breakfast. I don't even know what time it is. Maybe 9 o'clock or so? Something like that. All right, we ate way too much food. Actually, I don't know. I think I just ate just about the right amount of food. We all checked out of the room. And we are headed back to trail. I mean, we're headed back to the brewery right now. Hollywood said, gotta have beer. Oh, they're getting a new roof on the brewery. All right, let's see if we can cross this road without getting hit. All right, we went to the brewery a couple minutes after 11. It is now a couple minutes after 3, so 4 hours. I only had like 2 or 3 beers in that 4 hours. I had a pizza and ice cream from the gas station across the road. I kept thinking they were going to be ready to walk, but they have not had lunch yet, and they were just starting to try to figure out how to fix holes in both of their air pads had different leaks in them. So I asked Cece if she thought they'd be ready to leave anytime soon. She said she wasn't sure. Hollywood was on the phone, so I told him I was going to go ahead and walk. At this point, I don't know that I'll even see him anymore this hike because I'm ready to walk. I'm ready to get to where I'm going. I'm ready to get to Canada, and I'm too antsy to be sitting around waiting this long. I've been in this little town now for almost right exactly 24 hours. It's a nice little break, recharge, clean up, but I'm ready to go. I was really hoping to get at least 10 or 15 miles today, and given the time, I don't think it's going to happen. We've got a big climb out of here. It's like 3,000 feet or close to 3,000 feet of climbing. So I'm hoping to just get at least 7 miles. There was a camp area at a lake up there. So I don't know. Just going to get to going and we'll see what happens. All right, it is 4:45. So I've been hiking for an hour and 40 minutes or so. Well, that includes walking back to the trail. Seen a ton of day hikers. There's a full parking lot at the bottom, and they've all been going back to cars. Also saw a couple with some horses. Actually, I think they may have been mules. I don't know. And they had a dog with them. But there's been a lot of people. But I have done a few miles, and I'm really, really close to the next big milestone. I don't know for sure. I haven't looked, but within a tenth or 2 tenths, we shall be there. We made it. 2,400. Here we go. So 2,400. That means 250 left. And I'm ready to get that 250 done. I am so ready to get it done. It's looking hazy. All right, the town is right down there. And all those mountains we were looking at from down there, I'm pretty much even with now, like height-wise. Let's see if we can. All right, let's keep on going. Let's climb up here just a little bit. Ooh, wow. Holy manoli, how beautiful. Wowza. It is 6:15 and I'm getting very close to Ridge Lake. Seems like it must be a very popular destination for day hikers and overnighters or weekenders. I met a few coming back out of the trail. I've passed a group of 4 with packs coming this way, and then 2 guys. Just passed them not long ago, so there's at least 6. I'm sure they're headed here, given that this is like an attraction. They're probably not going much further because they're not moving real quick and it's getting later. I think there's already a good bit of people down here because I hear voices from a distance and I can see the water. It's down there a good bit. Actually, it's not that far. So I don't know how many people will be here. I'll take a look and see. I actually see people standing on the lake shore down there. It looks like that this trail kind of stays up high in this rocky areas for a while. And there's not that much for camp spots too much past here. So I don't want to get like up in the exposed rocks and be late and trying to find a camp spot. So since I got such a late start, I'll actually let me take a look. There may be a camp spot. There's a spot right here, but we're kind of up a ways. It's a decent spot, but it's down off the lake. It's a quarter mile away from the lake. I'm gonna keep going. There's some comments and far out for through hikers. It says go just past the lake and past the intersection. There are a lot of good camp spots. So I'm gonna try to find a spot and stay here, hopefully near enough to the lake or somewhere to get a good view, but not close enough that I'm like too close to people. So we shall see. There's a sign there on the left on that tree that says camp loop that way. I'm gonna keep going this way. And let me tell you, there are a lot of loud people down here. I can hear a bunch of loud voices from way up here. Probably should have stopped up the hill at that place I looked at. So the lake I just showed you is Ridge Lake. There are a lot of people on both sides of it. There's another big lake that way called Gravel Lake, but it's like all rock around it. There's nowhere to camp. I'm gonna keep going. On the other side of the lake, there's supposed to be 5 tent sites. I see some tents over there, but I'll go ahead and go over there and see what it looks like. All right, this is risky. I walked on that trail. There's no more spaces anywhere. Far out shows the next tent site for 1 tent is 2 miles from here, and another one a half mile past that for 1 tent site. I don't want to go backtrack all the way back up that hill because there was that one spot, but there were those 6 people behind me that probably already have that if they realized that everything was full down by the lake. So I'm gonna keep walking. Probably go just find a spot by myself somewhere. It's beautiful, but it's 6:30, and if it's all on these rocks, it's gonna be slow going. So hopefully I can get set up somewhere before dark, but that's a risk at this point. But I am gonna stop for a second and show you this view. Okay, that's straight ahead of me in the trail. Look at that, it's crazy. Maybe one other minor little issue. So I've been trying to be careful about where my water sources are since my filter is iffy. So long before that pond, there was a really good like spring flowing stream near the trail. So I had a full liter, but I filled up my 1.5 liter bottle. So I had 2.5. I've since drank about 3/4, so I have a little less than 2. Now, there's like 5 water sources listed in the next several miles. I just looked at all the comments. Every one of them says dry. So, The next reliable water source is 10 miles from here. I've got 2 liters. I just won't be able to use much for dinner. I can do ramen with a little bit of water. Then I won't need a lot in the morning because it'll be cool. So I can make it. But I definitely do not have a surplus of water. That marmot screaming just scared me. There's been a ton of marmots here. See, that marmot is right behind me, up on a rock, with this view. It's like on his front porch. He's got the life. Okay, I walked down a little bit from my tent. I'm set up back up here in the trees. As I was getting close to the spot, I heard voices. I'm like, luckily there was enough room for my tent just up in the trees, but I'm close to some people, so I'm gonna try to be quiet here. So I got a spot. It's 8 o'clock. I'm all set up, but I've not had dinner yet. I'm probably gonna just skip dinner and have some snacks. So I don't even know. I think I went 9 point something miles, maybe 9.5 or so. So I'm going to go ahead and say good night since I need to be quiet, and I will see y'all tomorrow. Hopefully we can have a big day tomorrow.